The situation is not getting better. It's getting worse. And the underlying rationale for this is this bizarre misconception that there's some kind of moral equivalence between asking the filthy rich, the people who in many cases stole their money, to pay some modest amount of their money in taxes versus stealing from the poor,
right,
stealing from old people, stealing from sick people. That somehow those two things are the same. When we introduced our letter asking members of Congress to promise that they would vote against cuts in Social Security and Medicare benefits, a reporter came to me and said to me, well, this sounds like the other side. This sounds like the promise that the Republicans make that they won't raise taxes on the rich. And I said, yeah, just like a fish is like a bicycle. How could you possibly think that asking millionaires and billionaires and multinational corporations to pay something resembling the same amount of their income that ordinary people pay, how can you say that that's the same as stealing Social Security benefits, stealing Medicare benefits, stealing Medicaid benefits that people pay for in their salaries every single time that they get a paycheck?
You heard it here first, Congressman. You are speaking truth to power. The proposal that's being put forth can be seen as a transfer of wealth from low-income, middle-class populations to higher-income individuals. It can be seen as theft because these are earned benefits. And where is this heading? The end game is the question. Do you think that this will be put up against the debt ceiling showdown again? Will you be forced to actually choose between whether we actually renege on the full faith and credit of the U.S. government or whether we make cuts to Social Security and Medicare benefits?
Well, the Republicans look at the polls and they see that right now they have a nationwide deficit of 8%. If the election were held today, the Democrats would get 8% more than the Republicans. And despite all their gerrymandering and the power of their dirty money, their special interest money that just pours into one race after another, they know that they will lose the House if that trend continues. They know that. They can only cheat so much. Their basic philosophy is you can't beat them, cheat them, but that only takes you so far. So I think that the Republicans, understanding that, are becoming a little bit more reluctant to toss this country into one artificial crisis after another, whether it's the sequester, whether it's the tax breaks, whether it's the debt limit, whether it's the markdown in the value of our credit, whatever it might be. They have become crisis junkies, but the fact is they realize it's not good for them anymore, just like it's not good for the rest of us. So I think that they have walked back from that ledge.
All right. Congressman Alan Grayson, can you stay with us a little bit longer after the break?
Sure.
All right. We'll be joined by Nancy Altman, co-director of Social Security Works, right after the break. You are listening to Pivot Point with Maya Rockeymoore, sponsored by the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. Stay with us.